Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Travis Semulin Sours, and we're jumping into another Chaos Draft. I hope you enjoyed the one from yesterday. We're drafting on a system outside of MTG Arena, and a Chaos Draft is instead of opening 3 packs of Dominaria and everyone having that at the table, we're each going to open different boosters. We could get a pack of Dominaria and then get past M19, and then another Dominaria, and then M and Cat Remastered. You never know. Now, what we do know is that Slimefoot is very, very good. This is offering us a mana sink, which is typically something that you don't get in draft sets. So we're going to go for Slimefoot. It is a double-colored card, which is a little scary, but I don't really think that green cards count because mana fixing in green is so common in so many sets that you can typically find that. We're going to happily start with Slimefoot and try to pick green cards if we can. If we actually get into green-black, that's even better. And YouTube folks, please do let me know in the comments if you enjoy seeing the Chaos drafts or you'd rather see regular set drafts. We've been doing these, God, I think we've done, this would be the 5th one we've done. I am currently 11-1. We're playing with stream viewers. It's a great way to get to play with people. All right, so we've got an Ixalan pack. These are usually pretty low on the power level. I'd really like to take a green card here, but I don't think there's one that's reasonable for me to take. We could look at a potential Deadeye Tormentor. That's not the worst thing ever. Bishop Soldier can get some work done. Run Aground is a pretty decent removal-ish spell. Favorable Winds, I could have used in the last deck we drafted, but probably not this one. I don't think Canopy is what I want to be taking here. Like, you can main deck it. It's not terrible. But I think I'm going to go with Run Aground. Like, this is a removal adjacent card. Like, it's not quite bounce because it puts it on top of their library. They're going to draw it again. Like, we'll default to green stuff if we can. All right, we've got an okay 2-drop. I have to believe that Fervent Paincaster would be pretty good here. Because, like, that's a legitimate pinger. Like the Serpent? I mean, if we thought we were 100% blue, sure, the Serpent can be pretty good. It's big, big, big and hexproof, which I like. But I'm trying to figure out what color is open and then try to make it work with green. The answer may be, in that case, to take the Beneath the Sands and just plan to play green power cards, which I think is a reasonable strategy to take. Yeah, I'm going to take Beneath the Sands. I don't think the Serpent's crazy there, but if I can get into like 3 or 4 color green, I can do something stupid. Evolving Wilds goes a long way towards making that happen. Spirewinder's pretty good. I don't think the Mistbinder would be amazing here, although it's worth noting there are Merfolk in the Zendikar packs as well. But the tribal stuff is obviously going to be worse here. But like, we're now green-based playing Slimefoot and a Run Aground if we want it. That's a pretty good start. So for those of you watching on YouTube, it's worth mentioning this too. In Chaos Draft, it's kind of challenging you to evaluate the cards outside of their own format. So something like Merfolk Mistbinder would have been an early pick in its own format, but now it's a hard-to-cast 2/2. You've really got to like cut the synergies out and just evaluate how strong is this card on its own, which is kind of what we're trying to do here. And I'm trying to like really prioritize mana sinks. So if we can find more of those, that's even better. So he is not great. Nature's Spiral is not great. I mean, neither is Corrosive Ooze. It's kind of just a bad 2-drop. The best card here is probably the Keldon Raider, unless we want to take the Arcanist and set up for like green-blue. Plan on splashing the black. Keldon Raider should not be underestimated in this format. It's a Borderland Minotaur with upside. That is significant. I don't know. I think the upside of the Arcanist is probably better for me. We'll see. Guardian's not a terrible card in a format like this. Now, there's a possibility then that I may just need to be blue-black and splash the Slimefoot off the Evolving Wilds. I mean, Curious Pair is good value. If we want to continue down that route, I can. Lock was so good in its original format where there was some milling. This is not its original format. There is not some milling. I may just want the Curious Pair. Like, I'm not going to find anything else to do with the food tokens. It's not about that. Yeah, I think I want the Curious Pair. I'm going to need 2 drops to block. 1/3s are actually fine. We literally won the last draft we did off of Persistent Petitioners that I couldn't, that I could activate, but only the one at a time. Stalwart's a decent little 2-drop. Like, we can have the 2s settled. And if the fixing comes around, I can pick whatever 5 drops we get almost in any color. This can also deal a significant amount of damage. I'm not unhappy playing that. So I think we've successfully locked ourselves into green-blue splashing other stuff. And we can do that via the Beneath the Sands. I kind of liked the Arcanist because it could let me, when I've only got a 2-lander, be able to cast the Beneath the Sands. Which I think is neat. This pack sucks. I don't really want any of it. I guess I'll take a Recollect and hope we don't play it. That was just a rough pack. Unless you're doing aggro stuff, you might like a Drill Master. Yeah, it's half of a Balagad Recovery. Like, that tells you how good Balagad Recovery was, or how good Balagad Recovery was. So Sentinel is at least a 3/3 flash. It's got that guy going for it. Broken Bond is a solid size board card. I don't think we're going to get any shenanigans with the Sentinel. And I don't think we're going to do anything with Primeval's Rebirth. So let's just take us a Broken Bond for the size board. Yeah, pack 2 could still replace that, fair. I think I want to take the Queen's Bay Soldier just in case we get out of the blue. Because, like, Run Aground and Arcanist isn't really a reason to be doing that. And this is not a good creature, but it's a creature that we could bring in. So, like, we're just kind of green right now. That's actually quite good. Like, this is sort of exactly what I was looking for, is a big dumb thing to play late game. Also, it having cycling is significant, so we could be finding our way into Jund. Mistbinder is interesting, but Form of the Dinosaur was not crazy either. Like, I may not want this in every scenario, but I may want it. I'm also somewhat interested in the Mistbinder, but we're gonna flex a little bit on that Form of the Dinosaur. Like, if you can situate this where you don't have a lot of life and then use the life you have left to destroy your opponent's creatures, you're in pretty good shape. I don't think we want a puppet. Sorry, Pinocchio. Nobody wants you. But I think we're looking at Jund currently. Or were we looking at green-white splashing black? Because I could see some argument for a Druid of the Cowl. But Aetherstorm Rock just wins you games. It rocks. It's a 3/3 flyer that can grow over time as long as you're playing more creatures. Like, that's a legitimate bomb. So if we see some white cards that we can get as filler in here, we can do that. And it's still pretty easy to play this. So I think this is pushing us to want to be Abzan. We would probably need to be base white for us to realistically cast the rock. But as long as I get to play Slimefoot, I think we're going to be happy. And if white's not open in this direction, we can go back into the Jund theme pretty easily. Sacrifice is a theme that appears in a lot of Rakdos colors in various sets. So we might be able to find a way to sacrifice the Saproling tokens. We could also just use Slimefoot to feed an Aetherstorm Rock. Cub is good enough to just play. Like, the fact that, like, energy can somewhat be a parasitic mechanic because you need other energy cards to feed your energy cards. But this is like, you get this on turn 2, it'll just feed itself. So good news, green's very open. Like, this is, even in a set like Chaos Draft, Long Tusk Cub would be a premium pick. I'm a little nervous that we don't actually have removal currently. We'll need to, like, pay attention for that, and that may realistically help shape where we go. But right now, like, playing a green-white deck and sliding one swamp in it, we're good to go. Man, Chaos Draft is so much fun. You never know what you're going to get. We could get past anything. It could even be a boat. That's right. All right, so we've got Power Stone Shard, which is not great. Also got Fungal Infection. Fungal Infection was good. Fungal Infection means I can't really splash this Aetherstorm Rock, because we're going to be green-black if I take the Fungal Infection. I was thinking about the boats from Ixalan, but... yeah, I guess we don't look a gift Fungal Infection in the mouth. We're probably looking at something like this and then deciding what we'd like to splash currently. And again, if we get past a really good white card, I'll change my mind and we'll just not play the Fungal Infection. Our 2-drops are all nice and shorn up, which I dig. And I've even got a backup Queenspace Soldier if we need that. Now, what if we were sacrificing those tokens to this? What if that was our splash? That would make me happy in a way that I don't know that I can explain to people who haven't watched me draft Ikoria before. But I like what's happening here. I mentioned sacrifice effects. And this is totally worth splashing for. So we're now in. We are Jund Sacrifice. Anything that makes tokens is good for us. Oh, I'm excited. This went from a draft that was looking pretty medium to one that I think we've got a real plan for. Yeah, we're going to be Jund doing a solid Mardu impersonation. I can dig it. Rallying Roar could actually be pretty strong here. Stormfleet Pyromancer is okay if we can attack. Ixali's Keeper is not bad. Pounce is pretty bad. Like, we're not going to have anything that's actually big enough to fight things. I could see Dual Shot being okay. I guess it's between the Keeper and the Pyromancer. Rallying Roar and Jund does seem suspect, but I'm just noting that that's a pretty good card. I don't remember this being bad. Let's take the Interloper and plan to explore, because that's a way to get some value off of something I might want to sacrifice. And a Menace creature is relevant. I think it's probably the thing I'm the most likely to play out of that. Joust was a fight spell, right? Yeah. Doing something... yeah, none of these look great. Adventure spell, not great. Festive Funeral's pretty bad too. Wolf's Quarry does give me a lot of things to sacrifice potentially. A dig, it's just a lot of mana to spend for it. I can kind of get behind that realistically. I don't think this is great, but we are looking for tokens. This just makes everything bigly. That's interesting. Oh, it's a sorcery. So this only happens once. Okay, so it's like a bad overrun. I don't think I want to be splashing with Unknown Shores, because currently I can play all of this red as it is. Let's just take a plummet for the size board. This got real interesting. I may need to play that Queen's Bay Soldier. I was just thinking we could use some card drawing that's hard to come by in this color pair. And here we found us a Blood Price. So that's not crazy for us to be interested in. Just looking through here, we've got one warrior, a peasant, and a pirate, and a beast. So I don't think we're using any of that. But Blood Price is a way to get a nice, easy 2-for-1. We got Puzzle Knot, which we can't really use. Assistant, which we can't really use. Yeah, this pack is sadly just not for us. If my mana gets absurd, we could play a Cogworker's Puzzle Knot, but I don't think it's gonna. Interestingly, white seems to be better here, because like a 3-1 flyer for 4 should be absurd in this. I guess I've got some blue cards. I don't think this is super going to matter, because I don't think I can play any of it. We'd like to get one more fixer if we can. The Aeronaut may just be good enough. Like, it's something flying and evasive. It even kind of wombo combos with the Evolving Wilds and the Weaponize. So we could probably play that if we're short playables. Ooze is fine if we need another 2. I'd rather the 2 be green. I'm sure you're probably even in. I don't think I need Reunion, because I don't think I want to be discarding a bunch of those. Well, what I really want is another way to make tokens, and maybe one other way to do something with the tokens. It's hard to get this much synergy in a draft set like this. But more fixing is certainly good. We're kind of set up to be a little bit more like an aggressive deck that at some point, I'm never playing that, and my playables may be so short we need a Hill Giant. And then we're looking to use Weaponize / Slimefoot as finishers. And I do have enough playables to make this work. So Nahiri gives your dudes first strike. And we can kill tapped creatures, which is interesting-ish. Death Sprout just kills something and fixes me. I kind of dig that. Bob Nicholas's Cruelty is obviously pretty good too. I might even play this Opportunist, but I think it's probably Death Sprout for us. I'm going to need some interaction. And 4 mana kill a thing, get a land seems good. Somebody's going to get that pack and be like, past Bob Nicholas's Cruelty, they must not be black. But I am. Ah, poor Kamal's Druidic Vow. Nobody wants you, right? I can put legendary permanent cards into play. Yeah, that's not really going to work here. This is a pretty dead pack, but it's got a Druid, which I think we'll probably play. I don't think we need a Navigator's Compass. I did make a Navigator's Compass in deck in Dominaria once. Blue splashing everything. I'm looking at the red as a pretty light splash right now. Like the Ceradon may even get cut. The Overseer's not bad. Sack value? What's the sack value? You can sacrifice any creature you want. All right, we've got a 1/1 Death Touch. Got a Relic Vial, but I don't have any Clerics. I bet this is a beating in this format. Like, I would imagine the Dreadworm is just a literal beating. Like, you've got to have a lot of tokens to be able to deal with it. I kind of just want me a Dreadworm. Although I really like the idea of a 1/1 Death Touch. Like, that leads towards a bit more of a board stall. Which I think is what this deck wants to do, is find time. Yeah, I probably need the 1/1 Death Touch. I don't particularly like it. Terratok's fine. Guildgate would be nice fixing. Oh, sure, but like, you've got to have a bazillion mana, right? I hear you. I hear you. You're not wrong. But I don't think we have enough sacrifice outlets to be looking for something like that. Usually I would want 3, and we have 1. I'm trying to decide here whether I'm short enough playables that I can't afford to take this Guildgate because I want it. But Ceratok's probably just pretty dang good. Heck, a 3/1 flyer for 4 is pretty dang good. Yeah, I think I just want the flyer. Because I think my mana is good enough that I can play this. Enchanted creature dies, return that card. No, that seems bad. There's a Borderland Marauder. He looks fine. We can play that. It's a little harder on the mana, but I think our mana is probably okay. Because I think I'm basically just splashing for the Weaponize. Was the red Minotaur better? I don't think so. I'm looking to play less red and more black. So yeah, so that is actually a callback to a very old Magic card. I think it was God, I don't remember the name of it. Somebody in chat may, but you could enchant a creature, and when it dies, you gain control of it, which just meant that you draw it while you're dying to an air elemental, and then really hope you draw a removal spell, and then never draw it, and then you lose the game. I've played with that sort of effect plenty of times, and I don't want it. Straight up don't want it. McLord could be okay here. I think we could play a McLord. The 1/4 reach wouldn't be terrible either, but I've got a plummet in the size board. This is shaping up to something I can play with. If I had one more land, maybe we could have taken it, and that does give me a way to sacrifice things, so maybe that would have been better, to be fair. I wasn't thinking about that. I forgot he's a sacrifice outlet. Well, let's make some s'mores. I probably should have taken that. My challenge is when it gets to the Theros packs, I don't know the cards. I didn't play Theros. I've really never seen any of them. The Eldraine cards I played with some, and Theros I just didn't play at all. Drafting with bots was so bad in Eldraine that I quit playing Magic, and I didn't come back until they had people draft enabled. Yeah, he's a 1-turn sack outlet, but I think we probably actually want that. Incorrupt in blood. Sacrifice 2 creatures, draw 3 cards. I mean, I could sort of see playing that. How is the Grasping Thrall still here? That thing's pretty good. I don't think I can fit Consume in. I don't really think I can fit the Grasping Thrall in here either. But I really want to. Maybe I get one more gate? Like, this is certainly worth a splash. I don't think I'm gonna, but I'd like to. I can play a Giant Growth. Like the best combat trick ever. Well, I've only got 1 Wilds, 1 Beneath the Sands, and 1 Duel to splash with. And I already know I want to splash the red. It is possible to do that, but then, well, I guess Death Sprout could fix too, but that's arguing that I need to be heavier black. It's not going to happen with Navigator's Compass, I'll tell you that. That's neat. We could return our Nyxborn Marauder. May need to fix for black. I don't think I'll need to fix for black too much. I don't think we have enough counters to be interested in a Horn Beetle. I don't think, like, I could maybe make it happen there. Maybe make it happen here. We've got the 1 McLord. It works here. I mean, this is not great. I've got a few synergies for it, but not many. I have lost 1 game. I actually think I do like you guys' plan of taking out the Ceradon and playing the Thrall. Because then I just need to find 1 more playable and we're there. Not going to be Strength of Solidarity. I can still play the Ceradon, but I don't have to. You're not my real dad. I could play the Horn Beetle. Like, that's another way to get some tokens over time. It's just not great. I mean, whatever we put in here, we're probably going to take out for a relevant sideboard card. I think I've got enough token shenanigans that I can do something with this, but we'll see. So we export this to MTG Arena. We come over here to MTG Arena. We go to Decks. We click Import. We call this Chaos 5. And we're ready to party. Necrotic Wound is probably playable, but I don't know that it's good. This would be 1 Plains, 1 Mountain. I have 7, 8, 6, 7. This looks reasonable to me. It would, but well, what would I cut for it? I don't think I need to cut anything here. Arguably the Horn Beetle, but I think this looks just kind of fine. Yeah, I think I'm actually pretty happy with this. Yeah, I don't think it'd be crazy to main deck Plummet in a format like this. All right, I'm going to pause the YouTube recording. When you guys and gals rejoin me, we will be playing game 1. How neat is it that I can pause in OBS now? All right, here we go for round 1. For YouTube, no time has passed at all, and there was no tournament administration to do. It's pretty neat. Well, all right, let's party. McLord. guess that answers the question of what we're going to get with the Beneath the Sands. Okay. Is that good, or is that just a plan to, like, deal 20 damage to me slowly? Ah, that's one less card I'll draw. Probably should have cast the Guardians first. No, I guess I want to play around flash stuff. I'm trying to figure out if this was good in its original format, because it doesn't seem super great here. More of a meme. Underworld memes. Alright, so all we really know is that we've got some artifacts going on here. What's up, old man? That may mean that someone has a Gear Seeker Serpent. Someone that isn't me. Or some other sort of artifact shenanigans. I am not scared of Underworld memes. Like, if we had... Yeah, we've got a Broken Bond. I don't think that's crazy to bring in here. And I don't think I want the Horn Beetle. Let's take that and see where we're going. 'Cause I need to see a little more before I'm 100% sure of what's happening here. What's up, Timber? It couldn't have been good with Grey Merchant, though, right? I wouldn't have thought so. I guess it does have a black pip on it. I mean, this is the one where we're, like, planning to just draw some lands. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. Go boy. There you go. We've got everything we need. That's a little bit different than what we saw initially. I guess they got some colors too. Alright, I got a lot of mana. What can I do with it? Probably just kill that and get more mana. Seems pretty reasonable. I like not taking damage. Like, kicking this may be in our future. Vona? Okay, never mind. I killed the wrong thing, and I'm dead. I was not prepared for Vona. I was not prepared for Vona. I'm just dead. They're just going to kill anything I play here. Oh god, this is terrible. Well, we're making a bunch of wolves. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll have blockers for next turn. Yeah, we're making piglets. We're making piglets. This will buy us some time. Campbell, thank you for the raid. Let's eat some piggies. Reset that life total a little bit. The day is good. How are you doing? AF Gaming, thank you for the raid. Not attacking with Vona anymore, huh? Okay. Can dig it. This is target permanent, isn't it? Yeah, I've got to be really careful what we do with that. What? This is not the same deck we were playing against a minute ago. Oh my god. This is scurry. We got him down to 34 though. I'm going to need some serious help. Which starts with a removal spell for Vona. Now the good news is that I think their mana is rougher than mine. But I don't know that I'd call that good news. Limefoot's probably dying, but that leaves me a slim out to do something with, no, it doesn't. It doesn't leave me anything. I don't know why they're not killing all my stuff with Vona. Alright, you got me. Yeah, fair. They have 5 million removal spells in hand. Alright, I've got to be really... This really reminds me of old school Magic, because, like, I can't kill a 4-2 with a removal spell. In modern Magic, you can. But I can't here. I just can't. Because they're going to have something better, and I've got to be prepared for it. I kind of want to play that necrotic wound too, but I don't think I need it. My goodness, was that scary. Usually open your drinks before you try to take a sip of them on stream. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're on the hope they don't draw Chromium plan, because I can't do anything about it. I'd have to have a plummet in hand immediately. They got mana screwed. Okay. Well, it doesn't, because it means they're probably going to untap and kill it, right? We've all had them. I think we take this. It's a 2-for-1. And I get to keep the energy. Take that, we'll just draw some cards. I really want to take the weapon. I want the weaponize the Evolving Wilds and the market, but I can leave the market in there and shuffle it back in. It's almost better to get the red now. I think I still will get the white. Yeah, it lets me cast the Thrall and start chipping away at least. Feels weird, we've only got 2 red sources left in the deck, so we kind of have to make sure we find them. I'm not saying we're definitely using Strangling Spores, but I'm thinking about it. Because I can't really get Bona with that. I'd say it's pretty good, yeah. I could have used one of those. This, like, if we can find red, we're in business, but I need that red mana. Then we can throw bacon at them. No, nothing can block the 2/2. That's fair. I could exert it and try to get in some damage that way too. There's almost no point in attacking with this now. Because if I attack with it, they've got the option to start swinging back and gaining 2. They'd actually be hitting me. I'd be hitting them for 1, and they're hitting me for 3. Uh-oh. Blue mana is very scary. The board state does not favor the home team when weaponizes in my hand. That's the problem. It needs to be in play. I think I should have gotten the red source off of this. All right, now I can attack again. Because I'd trade this for the Pegasus pretty happily. Unfortunate. Sacrifices a creature with greatest power? Okay. That's this guy. It doesn't matter that much. I mean, I feel like the game's almost over if I can draw red mana. Not sending in the slimes yet because he's going to gain 2 life when I send him in, so it kind of does need to be weaponized. And it is. We got to kill this one first. That's a combo. I think we're in pretty good shape here. I need to be a grown-up. I think we can win this, because everything starts happening end of turn now. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, which is 5 activations, which is getting close to enough. This is Chaos Draft. Six damage per turn? No, it's 10 mana. That's 5 activations. That's 10 damage per turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can kill them. Don't we have it now? Oh, without sacking the board state? Why would I not want to sack the board state? That's what these pigs are for. Four Seasons Landscaping. Thank you for the resub. Y'all spam some cats for Four Seasons Landscaping. Pew, 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 pew. Was satisfying. That was satisfying magic. All right, we got a Stream Raiders battle to do, which I will do for the YouTube video because somebody somewhere is like, I'm into the Stream Raiders thing and they want to see us win. Good games, Brian. You had a really good deck. That was fun. Well, Chromat was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for playing. We've got Thangarth with the kills, Raven Knife with the assist, Scrolls for Antique Viewbot, Golden Burb, Neuro, and Shivan. I'll smush things. All right, YouTube, we're going to take a break. When we come back, you will see the next round without any pauses. Welcome to round 2, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Good luck, Mass. So you know, the only person to defeat me so far in Chaos Draft is the person I'm playing against right now. So it's a bit of a grudge match. It would be a nice one to win, is what I'm saying. This is not a wonderful start. But if it hits any land, we've at least got some things we can play. How's it bad? This is Chaos Draft. But does the universe exist for everyone or just you? Obviously, we'd like to play the Horn Beetle before the Interloper, but I'm not too proud. We will play it out next turn if we gotta. Looks like it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Holy carp! Well, thanks for playing. That was fun. Neat. This may, in fact, be the second time Travis has lost. Because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to beat that. Who thought Chaos Draft was a good idea? What kind of degenerate? The only thing we've really got going for us here is that it can only be activated once per turn, and we can still force a little bit of damage here. But that's about all I got. I'd really rather they just take this, but... this does mean they can't activate it. And if I can get them low enough, a mountain off the top might do something. Never mind. Ugh. I'm in danger. I'm in a lot of danger. I don't even think we have a way to deal with that, do we? Other than try to race it. Which is going to be really hard with my 2/2. It could still, in theory, happen. But we'll need to get to the mountain quickly. We're able to get in for 3 here. If there's a mountain on top, I can do something. That's not a mountain. Yeah. Turns out gods are pretty good in limited. Still gonna have to try to race this thing. Nope. We're just gonna die. It is somewhat hopeless to think that you're gonna beat the Scorpion God, because we're not. We're definitively not. Alright. So don't draw it. Hope that they don't draw it is obviously one way we could interact with that. I don't think it's good enough. I have one card that could conceivably exile it, but things have to have gone in a really weird situation for that to work. But Necrotic Wound can actually kill the dang thing. It's not super likely, but it can. There's also a possibility that I just want to splash Runaground. No, I don't want to splash Runaground over the Thrall. This means if they do draw it, and they've used all their removal, I can start interacting with the thing, which is kind of like the best option I've got right now. Because that's a little scary. I mean, let's be realistic. That's a lot of scary. That's downright terrifying. Right? I can see this going places. Their strategy may very well be mulligan until you get to the Scarab God. I kind of hope it isn't. Ugh. Did not need that. This at least makes the removal spells a little rougher for him, but not by a lot. Yeah, there's a Gravedigger in there too. This is a really good deck. Ah, the old hired blade. More like tired blade, am I right? Like, I was like, I'll just play this, but I can't. That's a rogue? No, that's an assassin, not a rogue. Okay. A lot of good card draw in here. It's kind of terrifying, too. Hard draw and a bomb. It'll take you a long way. I think we need to start getting some attacks in. Nom nom nom. Good old Nyxborn Marauder. I didn't even know this was a card. It makes me happy. Oh no! Theirs is bigger. I'm in danger. I didn't want them to have a bigger creature. That's way worse for me. I wanted me to have the biggest creature. Hello. Heck yeah, we're getting quesadillas. Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. Tim wife is amazing. She's making quesadillas. All right, now we're going to make bacon. We're going to throw pigs at that Partick Wanderer. I think I need to throw a pig at that Hired Blade, too. What? That's just something you can do? It's pretty good. Okay, we're not going to throw pigs at that Wanderer. Alright, I can't play this Necrotic Wound on anything. Literally anything else. It is for the Scarab God only. Scarab God. You know what I mean. Scorpion God. The card they have that I can't beat. That one. It does. It's the only thing I have that can do anything about it. It is the God Killer. We brought, like, this is old school magic. They have one bomb, you have one thing that can kill it. This is what Magic was like 20 years ago. They have one Sarah Angel in their deck, you have one Doomblade, and you can't cast the Doomblade on anything else. But we made a bunch of bacon. We slapped him in the face with the bacon. There was Doomblade back in the day. Oh, fair. Terror, Dark Banishing. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, I think they've got all of the removal spells in the set. Combo! Yes, the set of chaos. Observe what we have done. Do you see? We ate a donut, and then this guy, warrior, jumped off a building and it made a bug. Can't believe I could beat that. That's better, Techno Shaman. We ate some revolting food. So I have literally one card that can deal with the Scarab God. That's it. And they're going to draw the Scarab God. The good news is it kind of works because they're killing literally all of my other creatures. So it can be okay. Oh, it made a bug make a smaller bug. Yes, it did. So we ate a donut, and then this warrior jumped off a building, landed on a bug, and it threw up a smaller bug. Do I want Recollect? Are we going that long and that deep? I don't think I want Recollect. All right, this one is for all of the marbles. That is not the opener you want after you say that line. If this is a green source, I'd consider it, because it is a decent hand, but it's not a green source. All right. I'd like this a lot better if I was on the play. But I'm not really expecting the cub to last very long. I suspect something unfortunate is going to happen to our cub. Something unfortunate happened to our cub. Oh no! Why? Why? That's too good. I can't stop it. I can't do anything about it. It's game over, man. Stop! No! Why would you do this? I can't even draw my necrotic wound to save me. And Slimefoot's gonna die. Poor little Slimefoot. He just wanted to be a slime. And have feet. Alright, blood price. Find me something good. It's real good. It's very good. It's really good. It's part of the fun of Chaos Draft. It's for turn of flood dodging. It's another creature, which is handy. Like, we've got some stuff going for us. Not a lot of stuff going for us, but some stuff going for us. Look at me getting in 1 point of damage. Yeah, God is not invited to your parties. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's pretty bad. Bad's not better. There's still something like weaponize into wolves. And we're up to, what, 1, 2 creatures in the graveyard. The game might have been over on turn 5, but I'm not willing to give up just yet. I still believe. Did card draw a May? No. So, like, there's some possibility of milling them out, right? I don't think that's usually a great plan. Thank you, sweetheart. It's very good. Thank you very much. I just got a delicious questadilla. So I guess the good news is they kill my board and we can mill them out. Weaponize could still sort of work. They seem to be very scared of my necrotic wound. This isn't quite the blowout we'd want, but there's them drawing again. Oh no, it's not. It's got to be a counter. Weaponize is lethal if I can stay alive long enough to draw it. But I think it has to be next turn. That's not it. Dang it, Bobby. We know there's 2 lands on the bottom. That's good at least. Can anybody tell me why I didn't take the Evolving Wilds to thin the deck earlier? I want to try to keep 5 creatures in play if I can. This is me taking 16, 17, 18, 19. So as it turns out, I cannot. I have to block 2 things. Well, if I take the Evolving Wilds and say the Jungle Hollow, and then put the other 2 lands back in the deck, when I fetch with the Evolving Wilds, I'm actually shuffling an extra land back into the deck. So this is 11, 12, 13, 14. That's still too much, which means I have to actually like block more stuff. I don't want to block more stuff. I really don't want to block more stuff, but I think we're dead. I think we're just dead. I wouldn't actually be thinning the deck. I'd be putting more lands in it if I'd taken the wilds. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. We got. We got. All right, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, thank you for tuning in for another Chaos Draft. The only player I've lost to is Mass. This is the second time they've gotten me. Other than that, we are undefeated, but it would look like we have a new king in the castle, and my reign may be over. If you'd like to watch the drafting live, you can do so at www.twitch.tv/Semulin. If you're wondering why we're not playing more games, it's because I like to do these single elimination. So once you lose, you can go ahead and get into the next draft. Appreciate y'all watching on YouTube. We will see you next time, chat. Say goodbye to YouTube.